this. Now don't hate.
Okay, so it is now much later into the day. It is 11:48. I did just go ahead and do my manicure. I always refresh my manicure on Mondays, and I did this one pretty quick, honestly. It only took me about like 25 minutes. I did already finish my lemon water. I just made my fruit bowl that I showed in the last vlog. I've been eating this. In the last vlog I said for a month. I've been eating this for 2 months every day, actually. When I went grocery shopping yesterday, I did get these humongous grapes, and I didn't really take into account how large these were, but they are very good grapes, as well as the blueberries. The strawberries are typical strawberries, but the blueberries and grapes are really, really good. I also did already make my tea. Today I'm having a dandelion tea with lemon and honey, but as you all know, I do always let my tea sit for about 15 minutes before I drink it. I think it still needs about 5 more minutes before I do drink that. I chose the tea today because I love drinking dandelion tea to kind of flush my digestive system, but a little bit I do plan to go ahead and make these juices. And of course, from that vlog, I did already do my hair earlier in the morning, but I do want to go ahead and put something on my face. I want a really natural, light, soft look today, but I want it to be like really glowy. So I actually did buy these e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops. I really think 2 months ago, whenever my last hygiene shopping video came out, that was the time I bought these. If I'm not mistaken, that was 2 months ago. So they've really just been sitting here. I haven't gotten around to using them, but I think they would be a nice touch today for the type of face that I'm wanting to do. I'm not sure how much to put on. I've also heard that this does break some skin out. My skin can be very reactive, so hopefully it doesn't, but there is a little chance it might. I don't see the biggest difference right now. Maybe it just needs time to settle. I would say they are very soft feeling. It feels very smooth in the skin. I do already have my skin prep on from earlier and sunscreen, so I don't need to add anything else. I'm gonna go right in with primer. I'm gonna use Maybelline Grippy Serum. While the primer is setting, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I really need to buy a new eyebrow brush. I keep using these tiny little spoolies. I think I honestly want to buy a whole new set of brushes. I'm using e.l.f.'s Brow Lift. Okay, eyebrows are done. That alone always makes such a difference in my face. I'm going in with Maybelline Fit Me Concealer to spot conceal a little bit. Set some setting spray before I do blend it out. This is Milani Make It Last. Spot concealer is on. I would go in with foundation. Maybe not foundation, maybe like e.l.f. Halo Glow, but I'm gonna skip that today, not only because I want it to be very natural, but also remembering that I'm doing my facial today. And I want to be able to wash my face and have as little possible potential lingering makeup still on my skin while I'm dermaplaning. I gotta remember that. I'm going in next with some cream bronzer. I'm using Milani's Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in shade 110 Hey Honey. Okay, we're all bronzed now. I'm gonna follow with some blush. This blush I also bought the last, not the recent hygiene shopping, the one before that, which is the Morphe Cheek Thrills. I have this in the shade Beach Bonfire. I love everything about this blush palette. Okay, and that's all. I have my blush and bronzer on. Now it's time for some concealer. This is Fenty's Hydrating Longwear Concealer. And then before blending, I always spray a little bit of setting powder and let it sit for like 3-ish minutes. I also think that this has been sitting for enough time. I'm gonna go ahead and see how my tea is today. You know, I'm really not a fan of the taste of dandelion tea. When I first started drinking it, it was almost repulsive. I would like still drink it. Like I would force it down for its benefits, but over time I've been able to adjust to where it's not that bad anymore. I mean, I don't like it, but I don't detest it anymore. Okay, now that it's all pretty mapped out, I'm gonna actually blend thoroughly with beauty blenders. I always go in with one and then follow with the second to pick up excess and like really blur everything. First layer of blending is done. Now I'm gonna go back in with the second one. Now I'm gonna follow with some powder. Okay, so now that my powder's on and there is no dimension to my face, I'm gonna go ahead and use some translucent powder. I like to use this in little areas just to bring some more light to my face. Now that the base is pretty much put on, I'm gonna do a really good amount of this setting spray, and I let that sit for like 5 minutes to then come back and do bronzer, highlighter, things like that. So I'm gonna spray this and then come back in a little bit when it's time to finish up the full look. Now for bronzer, of course, my favorite, Charlotte Tilbury. I use this in shade 3 Tan. I'm not gonna put too much because again, we are going for a more natural face. So I wanna look like naturally bronzed, not artificially bronzed. I usually would be really focused and intentional on putting some on my eyelid, but I don't think it's needed today. Again, I'm not trying to overdo it and get like carried away. Now before highlighter, I do always set to blend this first since setting spray does eat up a lot of your highlighter. So I'm gonna set this first, do my lashes, my lip, and then come back for the highlighter. I'm gonna come back to the lips in a second. I wanna do some mascara because my eyes feel very underdressed right now. Okay, and now for the lip, going in with e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner in shade Mauve Side. I've shown it so many times. All I do is outline the outside of my lips with the shade very close to my natural tone of that area. And then following with e.l.f. Glow Reviver in Crystal Clear that ends up being tinted with the lip liner over time. Okay, and now for a little bit of highlighter. Did I really stay close to the natural look? I don't think so. I'm using NYX Buttermelt. And now I'm gonna set one more time with Milani and then follow with my infallible setting spray to really hold it in place. I have barely gotten around to drinking any of my tea. I still have so much. I'm gonna drink it really fast though. Okay, now I'm all done with my makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and make these juices. Of course, vlog that, and I'll probably see you all afterwards when I'm going to shower or after my shower to cook dinner. I'm not sure yet, but I will see you all soon. A little update. It is 5:20. I'm done making my juices. I cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. I do need to cook dinner soon, but I want to shower first, wash all this makeup off, cleanse my skin, cleanse this tattoo. It has been acting very tame today and the blisters are almost all gone. I did break out right here because I haven't been able to use my usual products on my chest, which sucks that I am breaking out, but it's to be expected. I haven't really been applying none of my products to maintain the skin barrier there, but by the end of this week I should be back to normal on my whole body. But I'm gonna shower. I probably will come back on here to do my hair care and my skincare, so I'll see you all after the shower. So I know it's fairly dark. I have just gotten into like the 72-hour window after treatment and the exhaustion is really starting to kick in. It really started last night. I was like fighting my sleep while I was eating dinner and then I went to lay down and go to bed. I did take my shower just now because I can see myself falling asleep very early today, but I still need to cook and eat dinner. I would order dinner, but I just rather eat at home, especially considering that I'm going through like the reason why I'm so tired is because my immune system is overworking right now to push out all of that ink. So not only does it make me super tired, but it's also very based on my health. So the healthier I am, the better that I'm gonna feel and perform. So I'd rather just eat at home. I did pour myself a glass of my carrot juice. It is really good, but I definitely put way too much ginger. I'm not gonna put that much ginger next time because this is really, really strong in ginger. For body care, because I'm not doing any treatments today, I can really like be free in what I wanna do. So I did a full magnesium routine kind of soothe the skin a little bit. I'm gonna use the French Shea Magnesium, well, magnesium body serum stick on literally any area that has a pulse point. That's for, it's meant for like muscle, but I'm gonna use it in every area that I have a pulse point because I need some soothing. I wouldn't say I feel horrible, but feeling like fatigued is such a horrible feeling. I really can't stand the feeling of being like really tired, especially when I know I shouldn't be. I'm debating on if I want to do my skincare and hair care now. All I've done is put on, of course, the cocoa kind spray. I always put that on after the shower. I used to do hypochlorous acid, but now I do hypochlorous acid in the daytime and that magnesium one in the evening. I didn't know that they made this. I sent it in PR and wow, so good. Okay, I've put this on all the pulse points. I did put my deodorant on a second ago. I feel like I may as well do my skincare now. I also haven't shown you all my new evening skincare routine. So I go in first with the Centella Quick Calming Pads. I usually need about 3 of them. So I kind of sit them on the skin. I do one on each cheek, one on my forehead. And then sometimes I do one on my neck, but I don't think that's needed today. And I give these a few minutes to really sit while I get together everything else that I need. I wish I had some sort of light to add, but I think this lighting is fine. After they've sat for a little bit, I kind of just use them, work them into whatever area I had them in. Next, going in with VT PDRN Essence. I think I have another backup of this, at least I really hope I do, because I do love VT. I love everything that they made in this line. 10 out of 10, everything. Now, my favorite hydrating serum, Torden Dive In Booster Pro.
Booster mode, level 1.
Okay, now this Tone Brightening Ampule. I don't use this all the time, but I use it in the evening a few times a week. This is really good for the brightness and complexion of your skin. Now the last thing I knew was PDRN Moisturizer, my favorite hydrating moisturizer. Although I do think my skin needs one more second to finish drying. Okay, skincare is done. I'm so glad I did that now because if I'm being honest, if I didn't do it now, I wasn't gonna do it at all. So now I'm gonna take my hair down and do my hair care routine. I did have my hair a little bit of a slick back, so it's pretty dented, but my evening hair care routine is really simple. I always go in with a scalp serum. This is my current use. Then I've been using this combo for quite a while. It is this rice protein mist and then the rice protein milk. After everything, I just combed and braided it all back. This is literally my evening hair care routine every single evening. I usually would do a scarf before bed, but I think I'm gonna put my scarf on now. In all honesty, I feel so much better that my skincare is done, my hair care is done, my scarf is already on, did my body care routine. I think I'm gonna put even more of this on. This feels so great and I want to amplify it, so I think I'm gonna put another layer on. And I think I'm gonna put some on my back as well. I'm gonna really quickly change out of this robe so we can do my aquaphor on my shoulder. I think I'll be okay wearing a shirt or like straps, but I'm gonna have to leave this side a little bit over because there is a little blister right there and I wanna avoid there being too much pressure like pressed on it. I think I'm also gonna do a much lighter layer of aquaphor than I've been doing. It's not as sensitive to the touch anymore. I covered the whole area. I'm gonna leave it just off to the side a little bit. I also didn't put any oil on today. I'm trying to avoid, like, I'm doing very minimal body oil. So I'm still wearing oil on the days that I use my exfoliants because I want those moisturizers to really sit, but on other days I'm just putting on my moisturizer. Like today I just put on a body balm, but no oil. I'm gonna sit now for a few minutes before having to make dinner. Once I make dinner and eat dinner, I'm going right to bed. So I will most likely see you all tomorrow. So it is now Wednesday. It's currently 4:39. I've gotten all of my work done for the day. I have like 2 minor things to do, but I need to wait for my computer to finish downloading what it's downloading. As you can see, my hair is up in the scarf. I just got out of the shower. I've been taking really early showers lately. And I did do my chemical exfoliants today, so I did like a whole treatment shower and a treatment body care routine. I already did my hair for the evening, wrapped it up. I haven't done my skincare yet, but I'll probably do that later on before going to bed. I feel like putting it on now will kind of be pointless, but I am gonna take the time now to drink my juice. I drank the carrot juice yesterday, so I'm wanting to drink the skin hydration and repair juice today. I did really like the carrot juice yesterday. I just think I put way too much ginger in this batch, so for the next batch I'll know not to put as much ginger. I'm not a big fan of the aftertaste of this juice, but this one is much more refreshing than the other one. While drinking this, I'm gonna wash a few dishes and start prepping everything for dinner. I'm gonna do beef sausage for dinner tonight. I'm thinking of doing like a pasta with peppers, maybe some broccoli. I thought of putting potatoes in it, but I don't think that's necessary. So, but I'm not needing to cook for another maybe 20-30 minutes, so I'm gonna wash these dishes, sit down for a little bit, make sure that I don't have any emails that are unread or anything. Try to drink as much of this juice as possible before cooking, because I know that once I cook, it's really hard for me to focus and remember to drink things. So I really want to finish this before I start cooking. I'll see you all in a little bit when it's time to make dinner.